Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Azerbaijan. We are streaming round 2 of our Tier 2 coverage of our 6th season here of the IRC F1 season. So, welcome once again. Uh, so, before we get started, how are we all doing tonight? It's been a rough week for me. I'm not gonna lie. So, I really love to engage with our lovely audience tonight. I know I've not been doing a great job of that last week, so I promise this time I'm looking at the commentary box and as well as the chat. So please leave behind how you're doing tonight, and we'll have a nice little chat during the race. All right, enough of that. Let's jump into the action and let's have a lovely track video of how last season's season 5 race around Baku went around.
Crossroads between Europe and Asia on the tip of the Caspian Sea, Azerbaijan plays host to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at the Baku Street Circuit. Heralded as the fastest street circuit ever by drivers, cars running low downforce can touch nearly 360 km an hour on the pitch straight, but drivers will have to fine-tune the balance between top speed and downforce for the complex castle sections between turns 8 and 12. Let's see where the limits were pushed in Season 5 at Baku. War Vortex and UB-17 prove that lightning does strike twice, with both drivers executing sumptuous pirouettes and barricading most of the track for the following pack. The Red Devil in the pink Mercedes neatly got the move done down the inside of Monk in the Alfa Romeo into turn 7, with the racing tight as the barriers close in going into the castle section. And Harry Rox's over-eager approach to overtaking his Ferrari teammate went stale, as both drivers made contact and lost precious track position and possibly some of their pride as well.
Well, a cluster show there last time around, but I can guarantee you this: if you thought it's going to get any better this season, I am so sorry to break your bubble. It's going to be a very, very exciting time, and it's pretty much time for the lights to go out right now in the streets of Baku. So let's get it on, let's jump right into the action, and let's go from there. So here we are for the qualifying session tonight. We've got our Renault boys in tight formation, slowly making their way through the outlap. Well, I'm not sure about the forecast, but I'm sure you all would have seen the lovely notifications there. Let's get the telemetry on, let's get the lap data, let's get everything ready to go. So, last time around, what did we see? My predictions went out of the water. Renault not doing such a great job, unfortunately. Well, getting tangled up with a lot of incidents, so these two didn't have a lot of luck. But we've already got a retirement, and that is from the house of my ex-teammate or to-be teammate, Harry Rocks. He's lost it in turn 2, the Raghunathan corner. Oh my god. That's one way to start the qualifying season. Well, kudos to him. Jumping back, alright. Sid Kulkarni finally makes his way onto the scene. He's on his first flying lap on those soft compound tires. Clean exit so far, nice and steady. Oh, but look at it from behind. Death Hunter's right on his tail. Little bit of a choppy exit. But yeah, let's stay on board with Sid Kulkarni for right now. Very cautious through there, the end of sector 1. Well, this is a very streety circuit. You've got long straights that are going to help you. And we've got Munish Bangar, who has left the session. I hope he can come back somehow. I don't know if he actually really started the session to begin with. We've only got 15 drivers tonight, so well, hope he does. I might help him a little later. Sid Kulkarni now somewhere through his lap, now made his way through the castle section cleanly for once, so GG's to him. Death Hunter also doing a fantastic job of, well, keeping it on the track. Let's leave it at that. BK19, one of our lovely little silent killers, is on the medium comfort of tires. I don't know if he is serious about this or just wants to take it easy and just put in a banker, but hey, power to him, I say. Having said that, Silkulkarni is going to end his lap with a 1 minute 40.1. So straight away, banger of a lap, 3/10 faster than his Mercedes counterpart of Death Hunter. So looking good at the white corner. Freeze now, unfortunately not able to do any damage to the top two. He's now in P3. So as it were previously, the qualifying session here is one thing. Yes, track position is quite important, but in all honesty, it's not going to get you any far unless you've got consistency. Oh, having said that, Scary Pumpkin goes really deep. The end of his start of his second lap, 41.4 is his current target. Avi going P2. Now that's some good pace there. Now he missed the first race unfortunately, so really looking to put down the pressure because of his absence from the previous race, and a decent lap definitely. Ready, let's move on to the people who are finishing up the top 10, if you don't mind me. So we've got Evil Dog, who's made a complete mess of his front wing. So luckily he just keeps his tires on with that last collision, but hey, alright. He wants to do a practice start, I don't know. But the Alfa Romeo boys taking it easy. A very silent start from them. Faizan now on his second flying lap. Sid Kulkarni improves with a 39.7 and Death Hunter beats him the second time around. Nice little rivalry going on here between the two of them. But they're still going. They are still going. What is up? Interesting. Oh, hello Masum. Welcome to the streets of Baku.
Yep, I can't see the stream yet, so people.
You can't see my stream. Give me a moment, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Just gotta bring it up for my lovely co-commentator here, so that he can see what's what. Just excuse me for the time being. We've got that created. If it seems to bring up, yes it is. Where am I gonna go? Here. And that should be good.
Yep.
Okay then. Alright. So we've got a Haas. That would be Akash, who's going really slowly, but I don't really see any damage on him. But yeah, he's invalidated, leaving way for the Renault boys. Let's see if Chicken can make any inroad at the end of his flying lap. Goes provisional pole with a 39.6. I told you these people got pace, and there's so much here. Whether they can keep it on track in the race is what really matters. So don't hold your breath just yet. Well, these people are finally done with their first round of laps. Cryptid still on another run. I think he must have backed out the last lap. But yeah, not the best of strategies considering that you've already worn out those tires significantly. But hey, it's just the starting of quali. We've got around 9.5 minutes to go. So let's see if he does go ahead and complete this lap.
So it's looking very close to the top of the table right now. Death Hunter, the reserve, is has been putting in really good performances in qualifying in the last two races.
Yep, absolutely. This is a very close grid, and straight away putting up bangers of laps. Scripted, improving. Look at the Mercedes boys, P2 and P4. If I didn't know any better, they guys have dropped the sandbags and are well putting on a show right here.
Yep. Interesting to note, both the alphas have not set a lap. I'm not sure if they decided to start from the back or if that's actually their plan.
Well, let's not leave them out from the picture altogether. You know, these guys are more.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know you are an alpha boy, so you would know the master plan.
Yeah, I actually I am the one who curated it, so please, if anything, believe me when I say that this is just the beginning of their reign.
Yep, let's see, and that's a 40.8.
8, yep. Alright.
I'm surprised to see Eric Tripp all the way in P9. I would expect him to be higher up, but if you can change the tires to the best tires, maybe Eric Tripp has not set his lap time on the softs yet.
Yep, no, he's put on a lap on the soft, so he's going on another soft. Maybe he's just, you know, turning up the heat slowly. We don't want him to burn out, make a mistake, and then not get a chance to set a good one at the end of it. So,
yep, absolutely.
just a banker.
Yep, absolutely. And among other things, something else I noticed was that a lot of drivers may not be starting their laps on time because Baku has a very long outlap. And I'm pretty sure someone or the other is definitely going to forget to leave the pits in time and eventually end up not putting a lap.
Well, if you've got a race engineer who's listening onto the stream, please take this advice from a fellow commentator, Masoom, and get your boys out on the track when you still can.
Yep, absolutely. Avi is improving on his first sector, so it will be interesting how close he can get.
A little bit of a bang on the wall. Let's see how he fares. Oh, so cautious there. He does not want to take any chance, and I don't fault him. You know, yes, this could be a time, you know, to just go guns blazing, but think of it from a mentality standpoint. You've got sustenance and you've got the mindset of keeping the car alive, not broken in one piece with your front wing fully intact. So in that case, hey, this is great. This is just
He's
setting you up.
He's just 3/10 of pole, so he's at the fringes of the 39th right now.
Awesome pace shown by Avi. Let's see where he comes out at the end of his lap. A long straight, so we're gonna have to wait and wait and wait. And he goes P4.
Well, 39.8. So Mercedes seems to have made some big improvements from qualifying last season. The last race. Last race was I think the bottom end of the top 10, but it's good to see that he has made a very forward step for today.
Yep, it's good to see so far, but let's hope he can keep it on track, because there's one thing that we do best here in the commentary box is jinx people. So before you know it, he could.
And he has gone purple in first sector. He's beaten Chicken's sector one time by 5/10.
Nice! This is some great pace. But look at the top 4 right now, just separated by less than a tenth. That's a little over a tenth. That's insanely how close it is.
He's looking.
Yep.
Good. Sid is looking mighty comfortable with that with the cattle section. Probably the most comfortable I've seen out of any driver so far.
Absolutely agree with you there. But we've got 2 main corners to go. Let's see if we can get a lovely exit, because this is looking for a pole position. I kid you not. Let's wait and watch.
He's lost all his time in the second sector, so perhaps he's running a very low downforce setup there.
Much to be gained. His competitor of Death Hunter just sneakily on the sidelines, just waiting for him to go past. But let's see if he can improve on his second run. And he crosses the line, and he does move into P2, just 300ths slower than Chicken. Let's see how Chicken's doing right now. Very cautiously, the end of sector 2 through castle section. I don't see any damage on him, but is he improving, Masu?
He's on his outlap. If you look, he's currently not engaging his ER yet.
Yes, my bad. Locking both his tires, now gonna help him in the next run.
So we have Evil Dog right now, who seems to be waiting for a lap on the mediums.
Well,
They look
let's leave the Alpha boys out of it. They have a different strategy altogether, if I may say so.
well. I'll tell you one more guy we have who is not set a lap in, that's Speedlust, who's invalidated this lap. In
Well,
fact,
his time will come. You know, he's an OG. They don't. They have their own strategy, their own pace, their own mindset. So let's leave it to them. All right. So before we let go, all right. So both BK and Chicken are together in on this. As we say that Scary Pumpkin is at the end of his lap. Oh my God! Completely exhausting his DRS. But the way
I think he's heading to the pits because
Yeah,
looking at his ERS, he has done 2 consecutive laps.
definitely looks a bit. Oh, he's punched it. Oh, excellent entry. I didn't have much faith in there, but oh, look at this. We've got a very fast racing point screaming across sector 2. Look at the pace there. If you blink, you're gonna miss this car because he's going all of it at 118 mph. Look at the braking point. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the metrics because that was one big complaint I got last time around. So yes, I am an Indian. We do follow the KPS system. Please
And
don't.
Sid Kulkarni has gone pole, so that means he did 2 back-to-back laps.
Man, this pace
And-
is ridiculous. But the problem is, he's got little worn out tires and he has no more time for another lap. So this is the
Yep,
end of his qualifying session.
He needs to absolutely nurse these tires because tire wear is very critical around Azerbaijan.
Yeah, but well, look at the time difference. Everyone's doing 6s and this guy just puts a banger of a 39.1. That's ridiculously good pace.
Yep. Cryptid is improving on his lap, 7 minutes off. Looks like he could potentially move Avi down 1 spot. Maybe even get the better of BK, who gets very close in that exit over there.
Well, you know what they say, if they're closer to the wall, you're closer to the end, but it'll keep you that much more alive. Freeze goes, finally puts in a representative time for the Renault boys, moves up into P3. Let's go on board with Cryptid. I lost Cryptid. Oh, unfortunately he could not improve on that and he stays P7. Ah,
That's extremely weird given that he was actually improving.
unfortunate there.
No.
But we've got...
Chicken is in sector 1. He has 1 minute. No, he's in sector 2. So he should make it to the easily to the lap. But let's have a look at the other boys. Let's have a look at Speedless.
Let's have a look. So he is not on a lap.
He is not on the lap, but I don't see him making it to the line.
Well, I have another theory. Knowing Speedlust, he actually could be on a lap but just forgot to switch on his ERS. That is also a very likely scenario, ladies and gentlemen.
But he's quite slow, so I don't think so.
But he's not invalidated his lap. Has he lost a front wing? I am not sure.
Not sure. I don't know. Let's see. We'll know if he engages his ERS at the end of this lap.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Really hope he can make it to the line. But Evil Doc is finally going to start setting up a lap now. But actually I'm going to go on to Chicken, who has just started his final lap. He's got 5 tenths to make. That is a bit of a stretch, but with the track evolution, definitely not out of the picture. So let's stay on board with him for the remaining of this qualifying session. One thing I wanted to note to everyone, those lockups that we're seeing from everyone is just a part and parcel of the tricks being played by the spectator view. These drivers are not actually locking up in every corner. Having said that, Scary Pumpkin just completely cutting the corner. He doesn't have enough time and he's just trying to get out of the way, I guess.
Chicken isn't improving. He's 7 tenths down to.
Oh my god, that is an insane
That's
moment
that's
that
going
just
to
happened there.
that's already botched Chicken's bad
Oh,
lap.
that's a stupid moment there.
Yep.
Chicken just banging his head around like a headless chicken. That is not what you want to see. Baisan just completely throwing him off the game. Ah, damn, that is so unfortunate.
Does Faizan having damage?
I bet he has because he slammed himself into the wall. Avi crosses the line and goes
Avi goes
P1 with a 39.0.
No,
This
that's
man is
into
back.
Interesting
Lovely
note,
stuff.
given some bit of history over here, Avi and Sid actually joined Tier 2 last season. I think on the same weekend, and to see them lock out the front row is interesting.
Yep.
and we have RB Ferrell who has joined as just in time. But we have Speedless who I think has made it for his final lap, and let's see what kind of time he does at the end of this lap.
Well, he is on the soft tires. Completely locks up inches away from the wall. Oh my god, that's just making me squirm right now. But that is fantastic driving.
If that's not a purple sector, I don't know what is.
Oh man, that is lovely driving there. Let's see how he fares in these last couple of corners. Let's see if his setup is up to scratch, because this is looking like a great lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely top 5, I would say. But I don't want one of those pitch moments where he's like 16th at the end.
Boom!
Ooh, yep, that is definitely pulled.
That is 39.9 is the only one underneath the 39s, and this is why, ladies and gentlemen, Speedless is an Tier 1 driver. Banger of a finishing lap. There you go. But let's just round out the rest of it. I think everyone is done with their laps, and this is the state of affairs at the end of qualifying. Speedless, the lone Ferrari on top. Unfortunately, his teammate disconnected, and I do not have him as a friend, so I can't really help him. But hey,
Yep. Who's his teammate?
Abunish Bangar was the one representing.
Yeah, he's a reserve. He should be in. So let's see.
Right, so we got Avi with a fantastic first qualifying session of the season. Really close, but hey, you cannot beat Speedlust in his game, because I remember, I'll tell you a lovely story about this in a bit. But yeah, this is your qualifying results. Speedlust on pole, Avi, Sid Kulkarni, great first qualifying sessions for them. Chicken on P4, 6 tenths off. That's a big gap there. Freeze and Chicken though, P4 and P5 for the Renault boys. Death Hunter, the lead Mercedes right now in P6, BK19 and P7, Cryptid in P8, Rambo in P9, Scary Pumpkin in P10, Faizan, Akash, Monk, all gonna have free choice in tires here. Electrip unfortunately not having such a great session, but then again, it does happen that these claustrophobic street circuits get the better of you. Alfa Romeo boys just chilling it out there in the end of the grid.
Time to find out who gets that instant 5-second penalty for reading up early. Because I'm pretty sure somebody.
5 or is it 10?
It's 5, right? It was 10 last season, but we have reduced it to 5 this season.
Interesting. Thank you for that. Well, how is the weather looking? We'll know in a bit. But yeah, here's the little story I wanted to tell you, folks. So, our second race in season 1 of what it used to be called RLI, Racing League of India. That was our former name of this community. In our second race, first race was in Bahrain. This was the second race. Maranello Baby and Speedlust were teammates. They were in the Alfa Romeo team, and these two started out and literally obliterated the field. They were P1 and P2 at the end of quali. Alright, so there were a lot of funny drivers who constituted the rest of the grid, myself included, and these two made it an effort to get out in the lead at the end of sector 1 and be out of it and out of all harm's way. What happened was, because of all the lovely drivers that we had after these two, there was a huge moment in the castle section which took out 4 drivers and completely bossed the rest of the grid. So by the end of lap 1, these two Alfa Romeo boys were 30 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, because everyone was simply squabbling in the castle section. And wouldn't you know it, these two walked away with it, and then it was an easy 1-2 for Alpha.
Yep, unfortunately, Mobang are not making it in time, and because of that, he will not be able to get a race here, unfortunately. RB Ferrolo has just made it in, but he'll be racing in red color today, since the game decided to give him the red car and not his, his savvy Red Bull.
Oh, Baby Snowda, I think, has joined 1 second too late. I hope he can take control of some car for the start, but I don't see his car
Yeah,
on the grid, so I think he just missed out. So can we put a round of Fs in the chat for Baby Driver aka Piyush Gandhi?
yep. He did have a really good race last time as well. I think he won the race if I'm not wrong.
I have to check. I have very bad memory, so I think he did.
Yep, he did. He did. He
Yes,
did.
he did. Yep. But
Yep.
yes,
Speed was
this
done
is.
for. Are we deciding to just take the lead early on? Maybe trying to play some mind games with speed list.
Well, we'll wait and find out what it is. But how's the weather looking like, Masu?
It looks like cloudy. Wait, actually, I don't think I have the graphics enabled, so
Do you
we'll
do? I
probably.
don't have it enabled. Fantastic. Do we
Let,
have the
let, let me
telemetry
let,
enabled at least?
let me try to get it up. Give me a second on my end.
Just give me a second.
Yeah, wait, I think the OBS scenes aren't configured. Wait a second. I can see it on my end, so give me a second.
Huh. Well, you would have to give it only to me to screw things up. A very simple stream to run, and I can't even do that.
And I actually have quite a complicated stream arrangement these days, so let's see.
You're just saying
Okay,
that to make me feel better.
okay. Yeah, but it's a completely dry race.
Completely dry it is. Good. Good to know.
Yeah, it looks like since we had the rain gods gift us quite well in Austria, it seems they have decided to not give us any rain in Baku.
Okay, look at the strategies. Well, that's a very interesting one. Lap 6, 7 from soft to mediums. I don't know what Codemasters is thinking there, but okay.
Almost the majority of the people below the top 10 opting for the hard soft strategy, which is quite effective over here.
But Electrip has a mind of his own. He's starting out on the soft tires. He wants to make positions in the start, and he's got fresh ones to do, I hope.
Maybe perhaps banking on a safety car, an early safety car, could, but I would not bet on what do you call? I would not bet on I would not suggest taking those hards for too long as well. Since they do, since all the drivers here actually have quite high tire degradation.
Yep. Well, that's about it for the waiting time. So let's get ready to rumble in the streets of Baku right now, because it's about to be lights out.
Oh, what is that?
Convenient
Oh, yeah.
ghosting by our OP Codemasters. Gotta love it.
So far nobody has disqualified, so that's definitely good news for everyone.
Yep.
For some reason, Harry Rocks is a kilometer away from everyone.
Aha! Playing the mind games, is it, a little Harry? Oh, this might be very interesting because he's gonna have the hottest tires from the bunch, but he's starting quite far back. Not the greatest qualifying for him. But let's see. It's time for the race. We've got 3 lights, 5 lights, and away we go in about 2-3 seconds. Gotta love Codemasters. And finally we're away. A lot of wheel spin. Speedless carrying it away into turn 1. Away puts it on the inside. No, it leaves a little bit of room. We've got the Renaults colliding each other, but no loss of front wing. I don't see anything right there, but that is super clean. Rambo making it up a couple of positions. We've got yellow flags, and we've got a spun out Evil Doc. Ah, damn. Got such high hopes for him, but that's not the best of starts. Sid Kulkarni, and that is crypted into the wall. Brilliant, and so is Faizan, completely making a mock of the end of Sector 1. This is not great stuff for the Racing Point boys, but moving back into the action, we've got a virtual safety car, so let's take it calm.
Let's have a look through the hard runners. Let's see if any of them got damage.
Alrighty, Akash has moved down tons of positions. I'm not actually sure who started where, because again, my brilliant memory will not help me in those lines. Cryptid really dropping down the field. RB making up 3 positions. Faizan the biggest loser, I've got to say, from the bunch, going all the way down into P16. Top 3 stay where they are, so great stuff from them. The Renault boys have already gotten a penalty. How does that even happen?
They got the penalty for colliding with the safety car, so they collided with their teammates.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at all that
Ooh,
fancy bit of racing
you
between
need
BK19 and
you
Death Hunter
need
because
you
we've
need to
got
be
green
really
flags.
you need
Is
to be really bold to send a move down there.
Well, that is called being opportunistic, but he's not been able to stick it, and now Friesen is all over the back of him, not making use of any ERS though, and he goes and slams into the wall. That is not good. Good racing from the Renault boys. How is it gonna be? Because is he gonna
Looks
dive into
like
the pits?
Freeze is missing an end plate, and I think I don't know if his teammate has end plate damage, but yeah, Freeze is definitely heading to the end, diving into the pits.
Well, I think that was a move. My Death Hunter going up into P4. BK19 was sizing up a move but could not make it stick. Lot of movement down in the pit lane right now, so I have no idea who's where. So give me a moment to move on to the pit stop strategy. Who's closest? Avi is still on the back of Speedless. The top two have not changed positions, so that's good on them.
Yep.
Sid Kulkarni. Yes, Masoom, please.
Something interesting to note here that we saw in Tier 3 is that ERS management can heavily dictate your race pace around Baku, and qualifying pace is one thing, but to know how to manage your ERS is very important for how your race pace is going to be.
Yep. Street circuits are not too friendly on your areas. You're absolutely right there. Well, Freeze has already pit, so has Rambo and Monk and Cryptid. Surprisingly, Evil Doc has not. I thought he had a bit of a very bad start because he was all the way down in last position before the end of the lap. But hey, he's still out there, so interesting choice there.
RB is already making a position. He starts from the back. He's already up to P10 on the hard tire. So he's definitely looking like a very strong contender for today.
Yep. An ex Tier 1 driver, so definitely a lot of potential there. It's really gonna be sticking it up there with the best of them to see how he fares. He's missed out quali unfortunately, but luckily made it to the race. Same could not be said about Baby Sonoda, but it is what it is.
But someone else who has made a lot of gains is Electra. He's already up to P8.
My god, what is this little sneaky little boy up down? He is trying to make a move. He's got the purple's final sector. Scary Pumpkin now just keeping his position. We've got a spun out car. I don't know who it was. It is Sid Kulkarni. He's made a botch of it. I don't know if he was making up a move or got dived. But he is now down into 10th position and has no wing. Just to add salt to the wound. Faizan now finally getting back into this race. I do not know how this man does not have a front wing damage because he made a botch of a turn 3 in the first lap, but he is still out there, and Evil Doc is right on Sid Kulkarni's feet trying to see if he can make a move as well.
That was actually his teammate who had a botch at turn 3. But Faizan is generally a person I've seen is very careful in lap 1.
Huh. Okay. Well,
At least end of season 5 and beginning of season last race.
Let's move up with Electra because this is the closest battle on track. We've got Freeze, Rambo, Monk and Cryptid who've all pitted. They're all on quite hard tires, mediums and hards, to try to get into the mid of the races, and then we'll probably have to make one more stop. How does their race fare out right now? Because they've got to make one more stop. Can they go on to the soft tires, or will they have to be forced to put on to another medium or hard set?
They'll definitely have to move on to a hard set. There's no way they can make those medium soft. Maybe they can barely make it work, but it takes a lot of balls.
Yep. And having said that, side by side, Scary Pumpkin and Electrip, he's got the move done, but can he stick it? Yes, he can, and he moves up into P6. Great start from him, starting all the way back in P13, P14, and now into P6. That's how powerful it is to keep your wing intact and your racing clean. Scary Pumpkin is not backing out of it. He's using all of his ERS, and he's got the position back. An excellent sneaky attack, moving back into P6. What a lovely move, gotta be said.
He got Electrip napping over there.
Absolutely.
Electrip did not expect a Scary Pumpkin to attack him back. Chicken is falling backwards. Does he have damage?
No, he's always been in P5, but he's not exactly on pace right now. Definitely.
Yep, he's missing an end plate.
Is the telemetry on?
It is on, but I think some of the configuration is not right for the stream. But I can see it on my end.
Alright, alright. Well,
Absolutely.
this is how it stands at the end of lap 4. Speedless 3 seconds away from Avi. He is slowly increasing the gap. Followed by Death Hunter. Sid Kulkarni is sadly being caught out with a little bit of an incident in turn 1. And now he's dropped all the way down into last position. So he's gonna have to make a lot of gains and movement to get back up the field. Having said that, Electrip is closer than ever and he's lost it. He's screwed up his left wing completely, and that is unfortunate, and he's completely shaken by it. Look at him, he's not even going full throttle right now, but he's still got the overtake on. That's how shocked he was from all that snap oversteer.
Yeah, but I think what ended up happening, he got a much better exit than Scary Pumpkin, and probably he approached much quicker than he expected for the fast left right.
Yep, and with the fact that he was also full blasting his overtake, it's just a recipe for disaster with that dirty air.
Yep, absolutely. RB is up to P8, Harry Rocks is up to P10, but this is a 10-second gap, 13-second gap between Harry Rocks and RB Ferrello. But Faizan is also making those big gains along with this pack. So the hard run is looking really nice, nicely for the race, with the majority of the soft runners having been caught out in the initial part of the race.
Evil Dog has pitted onto medium tires. I didn't actually see an incident with him, but that's...
He had a lap 1 crash. Actually, at turn 1 he had a major incident. He spun and hit the wall.
I saw him spun, but I don't know if he actually got damaged because he took all of 5 laps to go into the pits. Why would he do it that late?
He was probably waiting for a safety car. He was probably expecting a safety car on the lap 5, but so far things are looking quite clean over here till now. But of course, now that I said that, we can expect a safety car the next 2 laps.
Well, Harry is his teammate. Akash is actually the one close to Scary Pumpkin right now, because I don't know what it is, but this guy is defending quite nicely. He's not losing his composure when it comes to the heat of the moment. Scary Pumpkin has kept his car clean with Electrip and just destroyed him. Now let's see how he fares against Akash. Very defensive there with Scary Pumpkin there. Chicken has now pitted. Well, we'll see what kind of style he just goes on to in a bit. But this is the raging battle on track right now.
Yep, Scary Pumpkin had to use pretty much all of his ERS to defend from Electrip. So he should be a sitting duck for Akash. Monk has ERS from the car ahead, so he's going to be a tough cookie to overtake.
Ooh, Electrip going really deep there and had to back out to correct his line. Close moment there because Monk is so close to Cryptid and Electrip is close, so he's not really getting much of an advantage with that DRS because Monk is in that safe spot of a 3% DRS train.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. But Akash is still behind Scary Pumpkin, not really able to make move. But Akash with this pace could potentially very quickly close up on BK19. And something else to note is that Akash will need that 1 car buffer because RB is very quickly charging ahead.
Yes, but just the beautiful part here is that, oh no, we've got Death Hunter who's made a botch of it. He has lost his wing. BK90 just smashed his wing out of the park. He has got a puncture. Oh my god. I think that's what's happened here because look at his steering. He's not able to keep it in a straight line.
But, I can confirm he has gotten a puncture, which is very surprising.
BK19's made, I don't know if it's a precautionary pit or it was just on his window, but definitely looked like that. RB now into P4. Avi's already made his pit stop and just comes out in front of RB Ferrello. So this is how much gap there is between the top 2 and the rest of the field because he's already done with his pit stop and he can just fly away into the distance with those freshest soft hard tires.
PK19 has moved on to medium, so he's committing to a two-star strategy.
Well spotted there. Uh, Electrip in the meanwhile still behind Monk in this 3% DRS train, not making much inroads. And we've got Silkulkan, he's parked at T1. What just happened there?
It looks like some kind of glitch.
Fantastic,
That's very
thank you
surprising.
so much, Codemasters.
Yep. So I just got some information. Harry Rocks does have wing damage right now, and that is basically why he's losing so much time with the cars ahead. So if you're a hard runner, that's the last thing you want to do.
We got a safety car because Sid Kulkarni is out of the race. He's lost it in a very odd position. He's lost it behind Death Hunter into the right-hander in the beginning of Sector 2. That's interesting. And we've got Harry Rocks. He's now got a drive-through. Yay! Why do these people not learn their lessons? Because this is just throwing away a lovely victory. Okay, talking about strategy. Who's going to do what now? Will the hard runners pit?
I think it makes. I would suggest the hard runners either switch to a two-sub right now or stay out and walk to the softs. But of course, now it's a very tall order for them because literally it has come in the ideal pit window for the soft runners. And whoever hasn't boxed yet, whoever hasn't boxed in the soft runners will be getting a major advantage.
Well, I'll tell you one person who's just over the moon right now. Avi is in P3. Alright? Speedlust is in P1. The gap is over 4. I mean, of course, the gap will come down. There is no more gap per se. But then Speedlust got a free pit stop because this is literally his pitting window right now.
Yep. And that means, crucially, there's now a Haas between between Speedless and Avi. And now, since Speedless has caught up to the safety car, it makes absolutely no sense for Agash to pit right now. So Agash has kind of got caught napping there with the safety car. While crucially, Avi now has an additional car to get past to be closer to Speedless.
Well, 8 laps is, I would say, like at least 20%, 20-30% of wear. So, yeah, it will take maybe 2 laps for Avi.
Yes, yeah, but the effect is that basically they have a larger gap to make up. They need to compensate for effectively one full pit stop.
Yep, that is absolutely true. Not helping the hard runners cause right now,
Yes.
and yeah, not doing this is hurting them even more.
But the good news is it's short pit lane. It's only 16-second pit lane, so that's the good news in all of this.
A lot of position is being changed right now. Who's done what? Why are we seeing arrows? Harry Rocks has stopped. And Scary Pumpkins doesn't have a front wing. What is going on right now? Ah, there it goes! Flying into the distance. Be free, Pumpkin, be free. Slamming into the wall. Lovely stuff. You gotta see it. Exhibition stuff during the safety car is what we are here for. How is he not lost his wing? This is some steel vehicle, you know. I'm lost for words right now because he slammed into the wall 3 times in a row and his car is still intact. Is those hard tires made of like, what is it made of?
It does happen. This is very interesting bug. You can get a lot of damage, but you won't lose your wheel. But then what happens is you have a tiny bit of contact later on. You lose your car will suddenly get all that damage you accumulated from before. You'll get it in like one go.
It's like a Fusroda, like at the end of all of it, you know, just smashing him out.
Yeah. What happens is that like you'll be hitting the wall again, you won't be losing the wheel, and then what happens is that so it's basically some kind of weird bug with the netcode. And what will happen is that when you then get a light tap from a car, your entire wheel will just pop off.
It's probably something to do with the wrong variable being used for calculation, and the next iteration is when you get the previous variable and it all just smashes you out of the palm for a little love tap into the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Harry Rocks has boxed with a medium. He's the only one of the hard runners who seems to have boxed. A lot of the runners who got damaged early on have now committed to the one stop, committed to the hards and are probably going to the end. But we can see Cryptid is kind of in a bad position right now. So is RB, so is Faizan, and so is Agash. But let's not forget, Harry Rocks will have and has to now serve an extra drive-through.
Well, his genius knows no bounds, I can tell you that much. And he's gone. Lost his car again. It was Ericsson, I say. Ericsson.
Ericsson it is.
Ah.
I think the Haas cars never have good luck around here because if I remember in season season 5, Tier 1, the Haas had an absolute horror show here as well.
Yep, if Prakhar's watching, I'm sure he can attest to that lovely story in the chat box. Yeah, I think we've got one more lap. The entire grid is together, but I'm not getting any visuals of the safety car coming in. I'm actually surprised why the telemetry isn't working. Let me have a look.
Okay, but I think you should turn off the Steam notifications as well in the meantime.
That might be a little more difficult to do, but give me a moment here. We've got telemetry, which is hidden. No wonder. No wonder.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep, there we have it. Speedless going for some violent, what do you call, weaving, I should say.
Well, I hope he doesn't weave so much that he either slams into the wall, the safety car, or just, okay, maybe he's just practicing for his Binala, you know. It is Ferrari strategy. It's rambling on a bit here because the entire grid's up. Can you tell me if anyone's got any bit of damage now that we've got lovely telemetry?
We have Faizan with a broken wing, we have Harry with a broken wing, everyone has a broken wing at this point.
Here you have it, folks. It's not the speed that kills, but themselves.
But from the looks of it, some drivers have kept it relatively clean, which is always a good thing. The Red Bulls are we're in a good spot. Rambo has gone to the mediums. 10 laps. I'm going to make a very pessimistic guess that he can potentially take those mediums till the end. Similar to how his Tier 1 teammate did.
It is possible. It is stretching his luck, but yes, definitely not out of the picture. Whether he can survive all the rest of the laps with those varying mediums is another guess, but hey, it is. I guess it's possible. Let's wait and find out. Well, let's get ready to rock because the safety car is coming in this lap, and well,
we just got some information that Death Thunder overtook Evil Dog under safety car conditions, so that, a lot of people are not going to be happy about that.
Cheeky stuff from the Mercedes boy. Okay, stewards are gonna have a lovely little time with you, but hey, it is the end of the safety car. Speedlust is slowing down. He's slowing down. What is happening? And we're finally green.
Yep. And Agash has really got a much better drive on him. Agash really went really deep there as he just could not underestimate the speed he was carrying. Freeze gets a penalty. I don't know how he did that. And
Because he's Banala and so has Monk.
They're not being happy about that. But further up
VK90 is going side by side with Faizan. And we're going 3 wide because RB Farrell has got a horrendous exit. It's going side by side with VK19 into the end of sector 1. Cryptid now thinking of making a move there. Very, very, very close there because we've got about 5 cars all in the span of one corner here. We've got yellow sector 1. That could be because of Harry Rocks. We're going side by side, 2 cars. Oh, brilliant stuff there.
Avi has gotten ahead of Akash and is now into P2 right now, but he has one lap less pressure, hards and speedless. So speedless should be able to pull away.
Oh, there he goes!
Yep. There he goes.
2 people cannot go into the scal section ever. Then that is proof of that. He's got a
Yeah.
bit of damage now. RB is gonna be swallowing him up because he just made a move on him. Chicken now thinking of a move on Death Hunter. He gets it done. Lovely stuff there. Well, this is how it is at the end of lap 11, at the end of the safety car restart. A lot of movement going on up and down the field.
They're not really need to. They're not really need to make a better hash of their performance in the race because they're in theory, looking at the qualifying phase, they're possibly the strongest pairing in the entire grid. But they've just not been able to deliver in race scenarios as Freeze somehow gets through Death Hunter there.
Yeah, it looked like Death Hunter lost 2 or 3 positions in that sequence of corners because he's going into the pits, and so is Freeze because they've got damage. Ah, boy. Why do you have to throw it all away so quickly, gentlemen? But hey, this is how it stands. Scripted and are we still on it? I don't know who has damage, but these guys are still battling out there. Interestingly enough. But Cryptid very, very close to the back of Faizan. Now they're both have already pitted. They're on 9 and 11 lap old hard tires. What do you think is going on in their mind right now? Of course, defense is the first and foremost thing, to keep it alive.
Right now, they're probably going to extend the stint, suffer the pain of the broken wing, and possibly pray for a safety car so that they can get a cheap pit stop.
Interesting. Going on to the castle section, they all make it up safe and sound. Evil Doc now very, very close to the back of. Sorry, Rambo very close to the back of Evil Doc now. Can he make a move at the end of this lap? Let's wait and find out, because Cryptid is also equally close to Faizan. This may be 2 moves at the end of this straight right now, because Avi is in the 1 second gap. Very, very, very close. He's got great exit there. He's making up a chunk of time. He's got the DRS enabled. That's going to definitely help his. No, he does not.
It'll be enabled at the end of this lap.
My bad. Going back to Rambo, he's deploying all of his ERS, but Evil Duck is not. He's like, okay, I don't give a damn. I'm going to use my own pace to keep going. They're going side by side. Clean racing there. Still side by side, going into T2. Rambo gets the move done. Great move by him. Evil Doc, let's see if he can get back. He's got DRS now, so he's going to be making a charge back at Rambo. But let's wait and find out. RB now very close to Faizan, because there's a guy who's missing here, and that's Cryptid. He's pitted in the last lap. There was something fishy about this that I did notice. But hey, it is what it is. The Mercedes boys have both pitted at the end of the safety car restart. Not the best restarts for them. Very similar to 2018, if I must say.
Crucially, in that move between Rambo and Evil Doc, Rambo pulling off that move at that exact moment enabled him to get DRS from Chicken for the next race. So that means Evil Doc could not really attack him in similar fashion we saw with Tannish and Moto in Tier 1.
Yeah, very strategic moves going all around. Lovely placement there. RB thinking of the move, going all around Faizan, trying to get this done. Chicken just calmly, collectedly. RB going down the inside before the last corner. Is he pulling the trigger a little early, side by side, banging wheels into the last corner? Oh, he's got the move done, but is it too early? Because Faizan is now gonna get DRS down this very long straight.
That's not a smart move. I believe RB is going to defend that inside here, but Faizan goes for the inside, and that means he's going to stand trying to cover RB off. Ooh, look at that straight line
speed. Rambo here. He suddenly made a guest appearance into this battle. Chicken going down the inside of RB Ferrello, and he gets the move done, and so does Rambo. He's got 2 positions. Oh my god, what an amazing move. Moves up into P6. RB Ferrello, the biggest loser, starting from the beginning of the train, now all the way down into P8.
And interestingly, Evil Doc is also very quickly catching up to this path. So RB has already lost out with the safety car, but now he's losing more in this battle.
But hey, this is not the end of it. Oh, Evil Dog is very, very late, almost missing his marker there. And Electra will try to get a move on this, thinking of a move. got his overtake still on, and still on. I don't know what's going on with him. And he loses rear a bit, but hey, this is looks to be a 6-man DRS train right now. In
That's
the
some
backdrop, you did see not BK19, but Avi going. No, I believe that was BK19. My bad. Please ignore everything that I just said, and let's move back onto the action because Rambo has sliced through the field. He's moved all the way up into P6, and now he's sizing up a move in to get to Faizan. Great stuff by him.
Those oversteer moments are not going to help him. He's already, if he's taking those mediums till the end, he has a very critical. He's going to be very critical in terms of tire wear. So he needs to minimize those moments. And among other things, I can't help to see it, but Electric seems to be using a pro gamer move, which is that he's using ERS in the corners and not in the straights.
Well, he must have a higher calling because you need balls of steel to keep doing that. Abi Ferrello now finally using some sense, getting the DRS and trying to save. Actually, he's not actually even thinking about
But
making a move.
Chicken also is here. That's the issue right now. And Chicken has the better tires. Let's not forget.
Oh, are we going really deep there? Will Evil Dog try to get a move? No, he's too far away to get that done. Electric now still very close. Surprisingly, in all of this, Faizan hasn't been able to get a move on. He still has kept the position. Oh, there's a lot of banging. You know what's brilliant about this?
Ooh, and
Faizan and Rambo.
And Faizan's former teammate has lost a wing there.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was going to say. These two are teammates, and these two know how to keep it together because they've actually been fighting a lot last season as well, and now it's continuing into the season 6. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the important Chicken also needs to get past this. He does have the faster tire at this point. So does Rambo. And let's not forget, since Rambo is damaged, if Chicken wants to get anywhere,
someone's gone really deep. Faizan's gone deep, and Rambo's been caught off guard with it. I'm sorry, I just missed that, but it happened. And now Faizan's got a lot of damage, and he's still in the lead. How is this man keeping his position? Look at that understeer he's getting because he's got no wing left. Chicken now.
Chicken needs to be careful because Faizan's going to be really slow through this section, missing crucially his right hand and blade.
Yes, this could easily get away from Chicken because he's in the best spot in the house right now. These next left-hander, right-hander is really going to catch Faizan off guard because of no wing. But Chicken has to be really careful. Rambo now got it deployed very early. Got the nice nitrous slipstreaming from his ex-teammate, but he's going to be squeezed into the pits, and that's the end of the race for both of them. That is ridiculously stupid.
I knew this was going to happen because I knew Faizan was going to head into the pits, and the moment Rambo went for that inside, this obvious was what was going to happen.
Akash, I don't know, he's got reflexes like a squirrel, but he just jumped into the pits at the very side of this, and he's got the best out of it.
And interestingly, RB did not box, so he is in a bad spot. And if the safety car does not, but thankfully he's behind the safety car, so he can go one more lap and get pit. But the advantage wouldn't be as huge as what Agash would be getting right now.
Oh, Evil Dog's gotten a 5 second for ignoring a Chicken. He's just slammed into the back of him and reset it onto the track on the stream, and he's lost his front wing. So lovely stuff there from the Renault driver.
He's doing a Cyril Abitbo strategy.
Yeah, and because he's lost his front wing, he's got nothing on his plate right now. Damn, that's just thrown his race away in a heartbeat.
So, who do you think this safety car is going to benefit?
Who is it going to benefit? Interesting question. Now both of them parked the bus and they waited for the wrong bus, gentlemen. The safety car is not waiting for you. I think it's really helped out RB. You know, let's face it, he might have missed the first train, but it's not going to hurt him really because the people in front are also on the same boat. Right?
Speedless box. Interestingly.
Yes. But Avi doesn't. So there's your net leader right now. Avi is now into P1.
If Speedless is ahead, but I think everyone behind him will be boxing, so that means Avi is kind of a sitting duck at this point.
I'm actually quite surprised to see Amir going on the medium tires. Given that the safety car is going to be out for at least 2 or 3 more laps, wouldn't it make more sense to go on to the soft tires?
They probably don't know to rest because if you remember, like if you once your tire wear degrades too much, you get oversteer in the fast left right, which is nearly impossible to save.
But
But you know it's kind of probably
touch
they're
and go,
probably
yeah.
not taking any risk.
Yeah, if it was tier 1, you would have seen a sea of red tires there, but hey, this is not. We
Evil
would
Dog
not.
and RB has gone to the softs.
Well, is this the secret Alfa Romeo strategy that we have not discussed so far? Have
Of
we
course.
seen this all along?
No, I just realized I do not know how to do mathematics because I thought 26 minus 17 was 13 for some reason.
You heard it here first, folks. Our lovely commentator has laid down the mathematics lot in front of our lovely crowd here tonight.
But now RB is on softs. He can potentially challenge it, for the top spot here.
Yes, he can. Now, Avi is 9 lap old hard tires. Now, as lovely as that lovely gap is in the front, he's going to get eaten alive because he still has to take that for another. How many laps, Masum? Can you do your math and let us know?
9 laps, actually 8 laps.
Uh, so that is the case right now. And unfortunately, he's going to get eaten alive.
It helps him in a way that the safety car will help him conserve his tires a bit longer. But the problem is now Speedless would be able to make very short work of him. But if Avi does have a straight setup that's quicker in a straight line, then Avi could potentially defend for Speedless, or if Speedless makes a hash of a move.
Okay, now just stepping out of that discussion for a bit. Now, this is something I want to get a nice opinion from you on. Now, when you think of heating up tires, what are you sacrificing for it? A bit of tire wear to get your tire temps up, right?
Yep.
And in all honesty, how much time, how many corners do you actually need to get your tires up to temperature? Like if you really
Not
tried, you could get it within the next 3-4 laps, like within the span of 400-500 meters, you can get it up.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to make a very short, if you heat them in a very short period, you're going to sacrifice a lot of tire wear.
Are you sure about that though? Like getting it is, what I mean is, say, looking at our lovely drivers right now, weaving all throughout the lap to maintain the temperature. Not just 1 lap, but 3 or 4 laps. I'm not talking about real life.
That's extremely stupid.
Yeah, that was the point I'm trying to allude here. That they're trying to maintain the temperatures for a sim arcade, which does not remember all that history, and I'm going to keep it easy for them.
If the softeners do that right now, they're probably going to get like 10%, 15% tire wear by within 2 laps.
Hey, I kid you not. During my race, I was just chilling out with the hard tires in the formation lap, like I always do. But Tanish was having none of it. It's like, no, what? I am speed. I need to get it up in temperature. And oh, there we go. That's a spinalo from Chicken. He's done it again and again.
That's I need to check 1 second.
Poor guy. So what Tanish had done was, he was very aggressive, it was like yin and yang completely. And what had happened is he had 6% wear on hard tires, while I had literally 1%.
Yep, and we have safety car.
But yeah, enough of us. He went on to win the race, so power to him. But this is the state of affairs. Everyone's just parked it. People are losing wings left, right, and center.
This looks like Mumbai traffic, dude. This looks like the traffic you see in Marine Drive on a bad day.
Oh man.
I'm expecting 2 retirements in turn 1, and looks like Avi has controlled the start, and Speedless is coming under attack from BK19 over there.
Well, it's green flag racing once again. BK19 deploying all of his charge Let's see if he can send it one around the outside. Yes, he does. Pushes Speedless really wide. Gets stabbed from rear, but keeps it alive. Most crucially, keeps it alive. We've got side-by-side action with the Mercedes and Alpha Tauri. Akash. That's not Akash. I don't know who that was.
That was scripted actually. Scripted like sent a big squeeze on BK19 over there.
Oh man, that's a big shame because he's lost out. Chicken has pitted. Akash has gone really deep, and Evil Dog says thank you very much and moves up into P4. Lovely move there. This man has the biggest gain right now, and he's on the soft compound of tire, and he has real chance of taking away the victory tonight. What do you think?
Yep, definitely. He's looking quite good, but he has the best tires out of the lot right now. But his tires will be very quickly degrading over the next 7 or 6 laps.
Avi Perello makes a move, moves up into P6. He's also moving up the position, but most crucially right now, BK19 is falling like a stone, and Electrip with those pro eSports strategy, having that overtake on in the corners, unable to make the most of it right now because he's all bent out of shape right now.
I hope he knows that BK19 is being damaged and does not crash into him.
Well,
To the next corner.
he
Oh, he
did
sends
not
it. He
listen to
sends it
him.
over there.
He sends it through the esports line. This man is a true esports driver right now, but he slots in behind BK. Let's see if he can make the move. Akash has been swallowed up by RB because of that broken wing. Very, very close to the wall. Keeps it alive though. Moving down the field, BK19 will also pit, I guess. Electrip is exhausted all of his ERS usage for one lap. Not taking any of the ERS from or slipstream from BK19, but moves up into P7.
Monk is very close to Scary Pumpkin.
Bit of wheel banking there, but Kerry Pumpkin makes the move. Death Hunter now next. Will think about getting a move on Monk. Do they have damage? I don't think so, because looking at the confidence level, it may be the case. But Electrip now thinking of a move around the outside. Can he get it done? Yes, it does, because Akash backs out of it. He's got that damage, and he does not want to go slamming into the car of Electrip and then make a mockery of the rest of them.
I thought that safety car would greatly benefit Akash in that in the pit stop, but turns out with that wing damage, he has pretty much thrown away whatever advantage he had.
Alright, so I think we're done with all the tires. Now we know to an extent who's done what. Cryptid has a 5-second penalty. Electrip has 3. Evil Dog, Speedless and Avi do not have any penalties, so it is going to be a very lovely race to finish.
Does Speedless have damage? Because he's not really making big inroads on Avi here.
Well, I think he's just biding his time, because ERS isn't enabled yet, if I can remember correctly. I'll need you to do the math for me on that one. But yeah, I think this lap or the next lap it will be on. Death Hunter is making a move little too early, pushing Scary Pumpkin wide, gets a bit of a ricochet effect from Scary Pumpkin from that move against the curb. Side by side, switch back into the wall. Just what you'd love to see. Having said that,
gotten out of Avi.
and we've got another safety car. Who is in the lead? We don't know. Avi goes back on top, because I think the move into T1 was just made after the safety car was deployed. Who's pitting right now? Akash is pitting. So is Death Hunter because of that horrendous switchback move. Freeze as well. Chicken now will have another opportunity. He is on the back, but I think everyone's going to be pitting for soft tires.
If that's the case, we're going to restart on lap 23. That's going to massively help Avi right now, because that means Speedless won't have DRS to the last lap.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He's stayed alive for so long, and he's gonna just have to defend for 3 laps, and all of those 3 laps will not have DRS. So this man is in prime position to win this race right now.
Absolutely.
Well,
That's going to help out RB a tiny bit. That's going to help Electrip as well, who do have the fresher tires right now. And crucially for RB, he kind of got caught out in the skirmishes in the back of the field. But this will effectively help move RB closer to the front pack. We know that he's quick, and we know that he's just been getting into the wrong battles, or I should say he hasn't been picking the right fights basically.
Yep. And him not doing qualifying did not help either. But
Yep.
having said that, Scary Pumpkin's got damage. He's got lost his right wing, and I think he's gonna be pitting right now. I'll tell you
Yep.
who's
Absolutely.
gonna have the biggest issue right now with this safety car, and that's Cryptid, because he's stuck himself out there with those medium tires. Yes, he's got the life, no issues there, but he's got those 5 seconds of penalties. And it's going to
Well,
really hurt him because the entire field's going to be, really close together, bunched up. And we've only got 3 laps to get that sorted out. And I don't think he's going to get enough of a gap, even with whatever pace he's got, unless he's Manuel Baby. He's not going to be able to bring out the ridiculous pace to get out of that.
I disagree with that on that because the battles behind, especially if they have a very a lot of contact behind, he could potentially build the gap. But given how the race has gone so far, he's probably the one who's going to make some contact.
Having said that, Freeze.
And yeah, free is box with the hard softs, my bad.
Freeze
And
on soft tires, but he's just got to drive through. Now, here's the
So-
interesting question for you, and this is a real math problem. Can he stick it out to the end of the race and not be disqualified?
I think he has to third in the last lap because the safety car comes. So safety car, the logic is that it's gonna do 3 laps at the end no matter what. So it should restart at the end of lap. It should restart at the beginning of lap 23.
Beginning of lap 23, so that the end of this lap.
Yep.
Okay, here.
So I don't think most of the people are gonna catch up over here. That's how it's increasing. But let's see. I'm making a call over here. As we have a very interesting message from a server owner.
Well, he's definitely not lost in our hearts. His memory lives on. But yeah, going on to the third sector. Your predictions for the race winner, gentlemen. Please put it down
I
in
can't
the chat.
decide. Yep. I'm gonna bet on Avi or Speedless. It does look like it's gonna be a straight fight with them. How long Avi can hold back Speedless will be a different thing. One thing I noticed in the restart where Speedless was holding on is that Speedless does not know about the safety car behavior. Avi is generally tends to slow down. Avi generally tends to slow down and wait for the safety car to go pit lane so that he can have full control of the throttle, while Speedless does not know about that mechanism. Yeah, we're having a lot of messages in the chat regarding how the race has gone so far, especially the incident between Faizan and Rambo are having a lot of discussion, and we have 30 viewers watching the stream right now.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. We are actually looking into the comments right now, so say hi. We will probably have a shout out, not to Streeter but anyone else. And well, the good thing is, the good news keeps on coming for Avi because we are already into lap 23. So the minimum coverage of a safety car has been elapsed, and we're doing one more.
Yep, so that means this end of this lap. So does that mean they get the ERS? No, the DRS won't be enabled.
DRS will not be enabled. You're absolutely right there. And also, again, coming back to that math problem, will Freeze have to do or serve that drive-through?
That's going to be an interesting question, for sure.
Well, let's have a look at it. Lovely race, lovely race. You gotta give it to a tier 2 boys to keep it out alive. Lot of feisty, fierce battles in the street of Baku right now. Who's your driver of the day? What has gone into this lovely race and come out on top?
I'm not going to decide anything till the last lap car crosses the line.
Very interesting.
Is what I'll say, because anything can happen as this race has shown so far.
You sneaky little man, you've got it right on the box, because it's time for the last safety car to come into the pits. Let's see how our
Wait, we
lovely
have
little
gotten
drivers
we
come
have
out.
gotten a max wrong once again, because lap 24 and beginning of lap 26, DRS will be engaged. So
Are you
he messed
sure
up the
about
laps
that?
again. Yeah, because the third lap. So
It's
24,
the
25,
second
26.
lap because it's going to be the start of lap 24.
Yeah, so now we'll be in lap 24. Then the second lap after that. So 24, 25, 26.
No, it's going to
So
be just 25, 26. Just two laps. Okay, wait. You know what? Doesn't matter.
we'll find out. All
We'll
right.
find out soon enough.
Let's see if we saw Speedless get or completely come under attack from BK19, and one thing I know is Scripted is a more aggressive driver than BK19, so that could potentially catch Speedless off guard here. But he should have learned from BK19, and let's see if he can keep it right this time. We can see the safety car has now entered the pit lane. And Avi is, Avi goes full throttle, but Speedless is coming under attack from Cryptid over there again. Will Cryptid be able to keep it, get ahead of Speedless over here?
I think he's just overtaken him before the line. That's not clean. But Evil
But
Dog
Speedless,
getting all out of shape there. RB Fellow gonna take the move. Sorry for butchering your name. Evil Dog sends one down the inside in a effort. Switch back over from RB Ferrello. And he's got the move, got the overtake, got the momentum more importantly. And he's moved up into P4. Will Evil Dog send one round the outside? He thinks of it, but thinks better of it. And now the move is done. Moving up, now we've got 10 lap difference in the tires. Yes, not all of them were under racing conditions, but those hard tires will definitely start to bleed a little bit now. But we've only got 2 more laps of racing going. I don't know why, but Speedless car is bouncing around a lot. I don't know if you can just, is it just me or?
it does look like he's running a very stiff set suspension. Even I was noticing that his car is not behaving really well under this dirty air.
Huh. A very Mercedes strategy in the car setup looks to be still under 1 second. Cryptid unfortunately could not get the move done. But yeah, the way it stands, no changes. Evil Dog unfortunately moving down, Freeze moving up into P10. Oh,
Yep,
but he's got a
possibly the
ghosted
first.
situation there. Interesting.
Yep, BK19 made a tiny bit of contact with the wall, and he has gotten damage again.
Huh. But it's not out of the picture yet. RB Ferrello now. Great restart from him. Red Bull man thinking of it. Really going defensive there. Cryptid. RB going around the outside, but no, does not get enough of a foot in the door. Stays where he is. No DRS on this lap either. Maybe we'll get to see it on the next. Let's wait and find out. But it is what it is right now. No positions being changed in the top 3 as it stands.
Yep, absolutely. As we're seeing, Speeder is just losing out too much in the second sector, so it's very interesting to watch.
Yeah, but it's like that dirty air is just screwing up with his car so much, and his car is literally, I don't know if is he harboring around a puncture or something? Why is his car bouncing out so much? I do not know, but it is one mystery that we can ask him in the podiums. If he can keep it out for another 2 more times, he might just have to do castle section 1 more time, so he's almost at the finish line there. Cryptid has dropped massively. He's already 2.5 seconds behind Speedless. Abri will got a little bit of ERS left. Both of them are on equal footing with that respect. But Akash now very close. Man, I'm going to leave it on this for the rest of the race. Just after we look at if Speedless can get a move on. Because this is the one of the last attempts that Speedless can make for the win. We can also see his camera shaking from the far view on his car. That's how unstable his car is right now. But he's not close enough, and he's not even using all his ERS. So is he looking on?
That's going to be a very costly move for Speed. So essentially, Avi is using his overtake on him. Let's have a look at Avi's ERS usage. Ooh, no, that's Avi.
Oh, Freeze has been disqualified for ignoring
So
the DT. So
that's
you're
the
right,
situation over
Masum. You had to pit. There was 3 laps counted. We've got a yellow sector 1. I don't know who that is, but Evil Dog now really close to RB, deploying all of it. Will he think of making a move? No, he doesn't. But he gets it all wrong. Gets a cut from BK.
That gap wasn't there ever. I think, yep, it looks like. Ooh, and
Ooh, a lot of argy-bargy there. Evil Dog not taking shit from BK19. We're going side by side into the end of Sector 1. BK19 stuffing his nose there and gets the move done. Well, that was very naughty stuff from the pair of them, I must say. But then again, not much of BK19's fault because
Let's go to the league battle. That gap is closing down ever so quickly. Let's have a look at Avi's ERS.
He's got a little less. He's deploying all of it now, and so is Speedless. Will he be able to make the move? This is the last attempt.
This is going down to the line for sure. Ooh, Avi gets all out of shape coming out of that turn. I don't know what that turn is, but never mind. eSports corner.
That's absolutely right.
Speedless is ever so close. He should be able to get it. He's using the ERS through the fast left right chicane. Will he be able to get the move done? Avi is going to be on the line. Avi goes defensive. He'll get the DRS. Is going to the line. Who will be ahead at the finish line? Oh, and Speedless is well ahead, and he wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
RB Farello goes into P3, BK19 in B4, B5, but he moves down because of penalties. Akash in P5, Evil Duck in P6. P6 and P7 for the Alfa Romeo boys, so fantastic finish for them. Death Hunter unfortunately not able to keep it so clean, P8 for him. Scary Pumpkin has retired somewhere in the middle of Sector 2, so he must have lost it in the eSports corner. But hey, that is a crazy finish. Photo finish, and that is how it is in Baku.
That absolutely went down to the line.
Well done, Baku, you never disappoint. And the main event has just been finished with our top step going to the Ferrari driver of our OG Satvik Reddy, aka Speedlust. P2 goes to Avigon Rogue. He's back into the season with a banger. P3 goes to RB Farello in the Red Bull. Yes, he is in the Ferrari suit. And no, he's not Vettel, but please take my word on it. And here it is, your final race results. Speedless on pole, Avigon Rogue on second, RB Farello on third, Cryptid finishing fourth even after that 5-second penalty. So he was really pushing it out there. So great finish for him. Akash in P5, lead Haas driver. Unfortunately, Harry not getting the best of finishes on his end. Evil Doc and Monk, I mean, I'm really happy for them. P6 and P7 when they are all the way back in the back of the field. So great race from them. Death Hunter, another decent finish on P8. BK19 unfortunately making a botch of it at the last safety car restart and moving down a couple of positions. Electrip, nice and solid race, but yeah, it was a little cautious throughout the Grand Prix, so not the best of results for the McLaren boys. Chicken, well, he had the pace, but the consistency just wasn't with him as well as his teammate. Kind of showed tonight. So Harry Rocks, well, he was all the way down at the end of it, but he kept it alive. No points for him, but still a decent result nonetheless. Rounding out the finishers, we've got Scary Pumpkin, Rambo, Faizan. Well, they battled amazingly. They gave us a brilliant show, but they took each other out in the process. So Kulkarni and Freeze showing us the final positions of the grid. So that has been it for our second round of Season 6 in IRC F1. Thank you all so much for watching. Next is the podium ceremony. So
let me get I should probably get RB in. He can start the interviews. By that time I'll try to get P2 and P3 people in.
Yes, will do. What a lovely race. How was it for you, ladies and gentlemen? I'd love to read how it went for you at the end of it. A lot of big F's for Freeze. I know it happens. What are you gonna do about it? It is what it is. Driver of the day, well, that is something that we'll discuss, so please put in your predictions, your votes for the driver of the day. Mine definitely goes to RB as well, and I can see many of them also putting down the same. So kudos to him for bringing out a brilliant result for the Red Bull team. Let's see, who do we have here in the commentary box tonight? We've got Avigon Rogue, we've got Satvik Reddy and RB Farello. All three of them are neatly laid out. So let me start with P3. RB, how was your race? It was a fantastic drive from all the way back in last position to P3. So talk us through how it went.
Uh, Lap one was pretty much chaos, so I just kept it clean over there. But yeah, with quali, I had a chance to win maybe. But my race was without any setup though. So like I lost so many positions after the restarts as well, and uh, I think I could have won, but never mind.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. A lot of battling in the midfield. I mean, how scared were you to lose your front wing in the heat of the moment? Because Evil Dog sending it down the inside in that last lap. What was going on through your mind when that happened?
Uh, I just wanted to keep it clean. That was my main goal. I know the race is long, so uh, it actually helped me in the end. And I had a moment with Faizan there. I It was quite tricky, but I let him by, and more two other cars passed me. So I lost my hopes there, but then yeah, in the end it was good. Like P3 is fine.
Hmm. Well, brilliant result for you. Congratulations. Moving on to P2. Avigon Rogue, are you with us? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Well, lovely race, but tough luck, mate. You almost had him all the way down to the last corner. Talk us
Yeah.
through how your race went.
Well, it went good. It went better than I expected to go. So I'm happy with it. Made a mistake. I should have like checked the times behind and pitted for mediums. But anyways, safety cars played a good role for me. So good race in the end.
Was it ever in your plan to pit for new mediums or new softs at the last safety car? Were you contemplating it, considering that there's a lot of fresh tires that could have been had as a result of it? What's going on in your mind in the entire safety car debacle?
No, actually, no. I was like, okay, let's just go with hards and see how it goes. Yeah, I made a mistake over there. I could have gone for softer tires. I didn't see the time, like the people behind me. So I was not sure, like the people behind me will pit or not. They did pit, but okay.
Hmm. But hey, nonetheless, amazing race. Finally back into it. I know you did miss out last week, so great drive and congratulations once again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Satvik Reddy, Speedless, back in the top step. How was the race, mate?
The race was so hectic, mate. The race was so hectic. So many safety cars, and I was struggling with temperatures all race. And the second stint was very, very bad with the temperatures. The hours, I guess, I was not getting any temperatures, and the P2 guy Avi, I guess he was at the back of me. And when the safety car came, I thought of getting rid of those tires. But yeah,
What was running through
but at
your?
the
Yeah, please go ahead.
but the yeah, then with the mediums, it was very, very hard passing him. I already passed him in lap 22, I guess, but he passed me back again in say while in safety car conditions. I don't know if that was legal or no, but I passed him back in last lap, I guess. Yeah.
Cheeky stuff
Uh,
there between you guys. Now, we
uh,
did notice that you had a lot of ERS saved. Like you could have made this move going into the last before the last
no,
lap itself. Like, was it in your
no,
plan that all along that you're going to deploy
no.
it all at the end?
I was trying, but all the race I've realized that this guy was very fast in sector one and sector three, and he was very slow at sector two. So I had no chance in straight line because my setup was mainly meant for sector two.
Uh-huh.
So that's the reason I was waiting for the DRS, but I realized that there was no DRS zone again till the last corner. Then I had to go for it. I had to go for it till the line.
So,
It
like,
was a good
were
move.
you sure, like, when you went out of the last corner, what was going, like, were you sure that okay,
No,
yo, I got him, or you just
I I was not sure. I was not sure. I was using all my ERS at the last corner, and I thought he had a lot of ERS. So I don't know if he had ERS or not, but I used ERS every possible mode to pass him, and he gave space to. Usually people don't give space at a time like that, but he gave space. Yeah, huge respect.
well, brilliant racing between the pair of you and the rest of the grid as well. Clean as you like. Well, congratulations again. We talked about it in the stream. I'm sure I'd love for you to watch it again, where we talked about your race victory in season one. And now you're coming back again with a lovely little win in season six. So great
Yeah.
consistency year round. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
nice day.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching our tier 2 coverage of Baku. This has been your host, Kapil 6. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in 3 weeks' time. We've got 2 weeks break, so a lot of AC and ACC coverage coming your way next 2 weeks. So we are on holy break for the F1 season, but a lot of other competitions and events coming your way. So do stay tuned for that. Well, thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we will catch you next time. Bye bye.